Shivaloji Satpal, an officer so-called Subedar in the Indian Army. He was born in a low caste of Mahar family.
His life was full of struggle as he radical proposals to deal with other caste system and met with over hostility from upper caste.
After independence in 1947, he was appointed as the Minister of Law and Justice in Pandit Nehru's first cabinet, but he remained active till his death. He converted himself as a Buddhist in 1956 and conferred with the title of Bodhisattva.
Dr. Ambedkar was an Indian jurist, economist, social reformer, and a political leader who headed the committee drafting the Constitution of India. In 1990, Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award, was posthumously conferred on Ambedkar. Let us salute his positive approach and remember his contributions forever. So let us watch the skit based on struggles of his life.
Dadu reads newspaper. The two children enter. Dadu, what's special in the newspaper?
Election is ahead. I am looking to know about the candidates as I have to vote.
Oh, you have the right to vote.
Yes, being a citizen, our constitution gives us several rights and duties and it is one of those.
Dadu, quite interesting. Once our teacher told us the meaning of constitution. It's a framework done by law and rules.
Yes, you are right.
To my amazement, don't you think, Dadu, it must have been a challenge to draft our constitution?
Certainly, dear. We must be thankful to Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar who led the team authorized to draft our constitution. He achieved it ever after the great hurdles of his life.
Really so? We want to know about him and his struggles.
I am glad that you are eager to know about his struggles, so I would show you a skit on his life which was presented by the children of my school on those days of the occasion of Ambedkar Jayanti.
Scene 1. The children happily accompanied their Dadu and sat towards the program. This is the scene of the classroom where a teacher is teaching to the higher class children. Teacher teaching in the class and Ambedkar enters the school.
Excuse me, sir. May I come in? Hey, Bhimrao, just stay out. You are an untouchable and not allowed to attend education sitting with higher class children.
Sorry, sir. I am a human being first. Don't you think the same color blood runs in my body as in others?
Don't argue. If you will not follow the rules, others will stop coming here. It is better that you sit outside and take my lessons.
Scene 2. He now sit outside and consistent for his study as the bell rings. Everyone goes back to home as he passes by to a road.
Hey young man, you belong to Maha community. If you so don't dare to cross this road. If your shadow will cast on us, we have to take part.
Oh no, Almighty, please give me strength to bear this hard time and show me some positive path. If I am born in Mahar community, is it my fault?
He repents on his birth and felt ashamed as hearing himself untouchable.
I am untouchable, can't read, can't walk on the same road, can't draw water from the well, can't enter the temple. But why?
Scene 3.
He sits quietly
Ambedkar comes close to him.
Bhim, I know that the caste system is at its height and it could not allow you to keep your stance until you became educated. I have faith in you. So I have decided to add my surname after your name to make you eligible for all the sides.
I am glad that you are so adorable. I promise you that one day I would eradicate untouchability from the society.
Bhim, I know that.
His teacher made all the arrangements for his higher education by arranging the facility of scholarship for him.
For scholarship for him. Later on, he went abroad for his higher studies. After becoming doctorate in law, he returned India.
I wonder, nothing has yet changed. People do not respect educated people, rather they have firm belief in the caste system. I need to collect the people who are discriminated on the basis of the caste.
Scene 5. Dr. Ambedkar raised his voice against untouchability. After role in the society caught the attention of Mahatma Gandhi and was asked to join the Three Round Table Conference in London. He reached there and he visited there and reached where he kept all his points regarding the upliftment of the untouchables after the meeting.
I am happy to see you as a social activist who fought for a upliftment of the Dalit or so-called Harijans.
I am glad that I will spare my life to abolish untouchability from the society, but yet feel bitter for them to be called as Harijans.
I am fortunate to have you as a member of Constitution Assembly of Bengal and now would like you to act as a law minister.
It is my privilege and I would commit my duties wholeheartedly.
Later, he was assigned the task to draft the Indian Constitution. He presented a draft of Constitution of India in February 1948 and was adopted in 26 November 1949. Thus, he became the architect of the Indian Constitution.
Children, now you must be aware of his struggle